Hi, I am physically okay, not needing to go to the hospital. I'm in pain, but it's manageable. I am going to work today. As you guys know, you saw that post where I like wrecked my scooter. Um, and like it hurt. And I'll tell you guys what happened. Where's my little thing? I also got me a new scooter. Stupid as it sounds, they got me one that goes like 50 miles an hour. And I'm sure some of you guys are like, what the fuck, man? Why are you getting Patrick? Because, like, I'm not gonna go 50 miles an hour, bro. That's too much. What the fuck? Hi. Hi, Vok. Welcome to the stream. Where's my thingamajig? So, I have, like, this black and... Oh, cool. Black and blue marking my spine. Um, and then I have, um, some bruising on my leg. But other than that, my arm hurts quite a bit. My arm hurts more than like anything else. Like it's actually a bit on the painful side. But all livable. All stuff that I can be okay with. Nothing's broken. And 24 hours is the whole healing process. And I can't find what I'm looking for. Which is my like cinematic. My gimbal. Which is somewhere. Ibuprofen doesn't do anything to help my arm. I took like 1,000 milligrams, and like it doesn't. It's not helping. So still hurts. What? No. Still no hurt. Let me get this connected. And then I'm gonna change into a bit more comfy clothes for you guys. And then we'll. And so, yeah. Oh, there goes that. Alright. There you go. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So, let's go in my room. I'm gonna get changed. You guys are not allowed to look. But we are gonna go in my room and I'm gonna change. Oh, I can show you my leg real quick. Like the leg isn't as bad. I can show you my leg. It's got like a little red bump on it. It's gone down tremendously. Like by a lot. Like I think what happened was there's probably like blood trapped in it. And it like drained real quick. Within like 8 hours it was gone. Now I just got a boo-boo that I can actually walk and live with. So that's good. So hold up. I gotta take my pants off for you guys so you can see my leg. But like my leg is like got that little red dot right here. It's small bump. I don't even know if it's oh, there is a bump right there. I don't even know if it's visible anymore, but it's tiny. It is a bump. All right, told you, tiny bump, livable with. So I'm gonna go change. I'm gonna go in my room, and you guys are gonna stare at the door. And yeah, cause like, why wouldn't you? Okay. Is it night currently? No, it's daytime, Ashley. It's daytime. It's daytime. You guys can watch me change, Ashley. I don't care. Just can't show my... No, I'm not changing. I'm just gonna change into something but more comfortable. But I can't do push-ups for at least like another 48 hours. But like at least I can like take a recovery break. I've been pushing myself for the last like 2 weeks, doing 400 push-ups every single day. Um, Hi, Carrie, welcome to the stream. How you doing? And I need to recuperate from all that too. So it's a process. It's a very, very lengthy process. But like, we'll get to it. All right. I'm in my cute clothes. All right. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that, by the way. Always appreciate. So now we can go downstairs. Now that I change into my better clothes. And we can make a salad. What happened, right? I was going to work, right? I had like 8 minutes to spare to work. So I drove my scooter going like 28 miles an hour. And I was listening to my music, my Ukrainian music. And I looked up super quick, completely ignoring the red light on my side. And their light on their side had just turned green. I mean, like within like a second. And I thought I could make it. Well, there were 3 cars, 3 rows and 3 cars in each row. First car didn't go right, and I was passing by. And then the second car went, and then it like stopped. And then the third car just slammed into me, and I flew up, and I was like, ah! And that's what happened to my back. I landed on my back. My back is okay. But like, you know, it could have been much worse. Nothing broke. My Pikachu backpack is okay. So I'm honestly like, overall how the events happened, I'm really happy how it went. I know it sounds weird, but my Pikachu backpack is fine. My scooter, my muscle, just staring at my arm muscle now. Just like staring at it. Sorry. My earbuds are okay. This Pikachu backpack, don't know how to get it, by the way. I asked my friend and he hasn't responded. So it's like only one, unless I go eBay and find it to that. But yeah, my Pikachu backpack is fine. My earbud got flown out of my ear, and that earbud is fine. Yeah, and then all I had was like minor scrapes and bruises on my hand. I rested my leg for almost 24 hours, not quite 24 hours. That I'm sure was like a blood vessel burst. That's completely gone. That healed within like 8 hours. And I have like no other damage other than like very sore body parts. But hey, I got away being literally hit by a car. And so I'll take it. I started cutting this already because I was like really hungry. So don't. Yeah, I got super lucky. It was a miracle actually. Because I got tossed in the air and people were like watching and like, oh! And then like, after I got hit by a car, hit my back, right? The first thing I did, the lady of the car came out running to me. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, physically I'm fine. And I was like more worried about my Pikachu backpack and my earbuds and my scooter. I was like, listen, give me a minute. So my earbuds was like 20 feet away from me, right? And I was like walking towards the earbuds. She's like, don't walk! Stop walking! I was like, I didn't listen. I'm stubborn as hell. She's like, stop walking! I was like, but I took my earbuds. And it was like, they're okay. Still with the S said to her, she's like, oh my god, he doesn't even give a shit what happened. And later on, she wanted to call the police, and I was like, sure, why not? Initially, I was like, no, let's not get the police involved. And I ended up doing a good thing where we did get the police involved because my leg had a trauma at that point, and it was bad. Um, but they did the fire department did questions, did evaluate me. My BP was a little bit elevated, heart rate was slightly elevated, like at 120, but nothing abnormal. Um, I could care less. Whether they drive out or not, that's not for me, to tell them not to do that, because it wasn't hit and run. Also, there's like 4 cameras on that road, so now if they drove off, they'd be in the wrong, but they didn't. And this is gonna be slightly painful to work with when I'm cooking today at work. What was that? Alright, so we ended up calling the fire department and the police. The fire department ended up checking me and gave me questions to answer, making sure I didn't have any brain damage or cognitive dysfunction issues or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And they were like, are you in any pain? I'm like, no, I'm not in pain. Which is bizarre, right? Usually if you get hit by a car, you'd be in excruciating pain. I didn't have any of that pain. Like, I could touch my boo-boo right here and be fine. And so I got like so fucking lucky. Crazy lucky. And yeah. And chatted with the police. They were nice. Another lady came up, offered me to go shopping, so I went go shopping. Shout out to her. She was nice. And yeah, went home. I obviously called my mother. I didn't tell my sister about it because, like, what the fuck is she gonna do? Come all the way over from Texas and be like, oh my god, he got squashed. If I was in the hospital, that'd be a different story. But hey, how you doing? Ermish. Am I saying that right? Hi, Ermish. Welcome to the stream. But I didn't. Would that happen to me again? Will I get hit by a car again? Probably. Every single 6 months or so, I get some sort of injury from my scooter or the crosswalk. Like once every. That's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. So, but it's not like I'm trying to do it on purpose. This was. I'm glad you're doing good. Hi, Amy. Welcome. You just woke up. Oh, wow. I've had people tell me that I would like, you shouldn't go to work today. Like, you should stay home. I'm like, you know what? If I'm physically able to move fine without any repercussions from doing that movement, I'm going to go to my job. I went in with a fracture a day later after it happened. And I did my job normally. Well, normal-ish. It was a bit difficult. That took 4 months of healing and therapy. So that, it did interrupt my work. This does not, though. That's a bit too every 6 months. I mean, people people who ride like scooters, motorcycles, they tend to have a higher rate of like injuries than people who drive cars. Okay, doesn't mean that car injuries are not prone, but survival rate is very low though. It's not like I'm planning to do this on purpose. I may be sad, maybe depressed, but like that's not how I want to go out. Well, I don't know what I want to do with peach salad yet. This is a lot of peach. This is a whole bunch of peach, bro. So as long as I don't do like quick leg movements, specifically like this leg motion, I'm Gucci. But if I do, shit hurts. I think it only hurt yesterday though, but well, let's see. I'm going to get peaches in here. Please going to add peaches to the bowl. A honey vinaigrette would be nice, but I don't have any balsamic vinaigrette on me. And so I can't do a honey-based vinaigrette, but that would be really nice. Any idea how much it would take to heal? Wait, what I went through? Like mine, like probably only a week. I have very mild like injuries. My leg may take like a few weeks, but I can physically walk on it. And then my entire arm from down here and up here hurts. It's not a fracture. I've had fractures. And fractures are quite painful. So they're really painful actually. When I had a fracture, was it a year ago? It was 2 years ago. Sorry, 2 years ago I had a fracture, right? And I remember almost like throwing up. I couldn't throw up because I didn't have any food, any liquid in me at the time. But I was like air throwing, like when you don't have any food, you just feel like throwing up, and you physically do it, but nothing comes out. I did that. And I almost went unconscious because of the pain. And I was like, Mom, we need to go to ER and get this looked at because the pain and the swelling had gone to like almost a golf size on my elbow. And that was an acute fracture. And acute fractures are those fractures that you can't necessarily see. And they're easy to repair if you get treated early. But you still have to have PT for it. And they're a pain to work with. That was my most painful experience. Other than being bitten by a dog, other than being hit by a baseball bat. Hi Amy, how you doing, dear? And so, yeah. So compared to that, this is like maybe a 3 or 4. That pain was like a 9. Fractures are. Oof. And because it was right where I was moving, it was hard not to move it. So, but that was 2 years ago. And physical therapy took 2 months. The healing process took about a month. And then the entire recovery time took about 4 months. Took almost 4 months in total. So. Yeah, I think I'd be more worried if what I was seeing at the very beginning of the crash that I had and the blood. I'm sure there was a blood in there that was causing the flare up, which they tend to go down pretty quickly unless you have a blood clot issue, which is bad because you can die. But knowing that went down from like a big black and blue red bump to like barely visible and me able to walk on it, I knew I didn't fracture it. the good news about where I injured it specifically is there's no physical movement on this area. This part, there's no physical movement, so you can't physically make it worse. Now, if you fractured it and you step on it, you can actually cause worsening. But that bone area doesn't actually like move unless you step on it, and then it compresses and does stuff. But I was like, yeah, I can do 1 foot steps and do a bunch of stuff with it, and so I got lucky. Like I said, could have been much worse. Could have been sent to ER. Could have been unconscious. Could have had head trauma. All those thoughts were not going through my mind at the time, and to be honest, they. No. The reason I don't tell my sister a lot of this stuff, especially when it comes to my injuries, she has a habit of like over panicking, and that's not what I need in this situation. So I don't tell her a lot of stuff because that doesn't help what's going on at that moment in time. I need to think clearly and do my stuff. I need to resharpen this. I need to get a new one, but I'll do that next week when I get paid. This is a new stone because this is losing its sharpness, and so, damn, bro, still getting sharp, but not what I like it to be. So, could be sharper. Could always be sharper. I'll hold off until this does no more because they're like $60 a piece. They're not cheap. So I bought, this is my second one I've had for like 4 months, 3-4 months now, and I was like, no, I'm not using it for work anymore. Fuck it. I just had to work, pay out of pocket for new knives because I'm not spending $6 every 2 months on a new sharpener. It's expensive. $300 a year on my pocket. No, well, $350, but no, thank you. It's actually cheaper for the work to buy knives monthly because the knives are like $15 a pop. But I don't see it that way. But they buy like 4 of them at a time. I'm like, just buy 2. So in that case, $30 would be $300 a year to spend on knives. But if we don't have sharp knives, accidents are prone to happen. When you work in a kitchen and you're trying to do stuff really fast and get stuff done, having a dull knife can really fuck up the whole workflow. Anyway, my scooter's coming today. Don't know when, don't know what time. I'm giving my other friend my old scooter. It's like I don't need 2 scooters. When I got the big scooter that's gone, I think it was a year. I think it's been a year. I learned from that to like rely more on the e-brake system and then slowly push on the brakes, and because you can destroy the tires super quickly going 50 miles an hour. And I don't know if Segway has figured out a solution for that, but like my other scooter got destroyed, and that's why it's probably not working. So yeah, gotta be careful on that part. Because you can't really fuck it up. I'm gonna do goat cheese for this, right? I'm gonna do goat cheese on this salad. And then the last thing we'll add is sauteed cabbage, because cabbage is good. Goat cheese is really yummy too. I like goat cheese. It pairs well with a lot of stuff. You're gonna do something sweet, like adding peaches. You're gonna be adding, strawberries. Just make it sweet overall. Sweet or a bit with sourness. Sweet and sour go pretty well. Just don't do too much sour because you'll throw off the flavor of the sweetness and then it'll be bizarre. So just be mindful of the flavoring when you're pairing these together. Tomatoes, peaches, pears. You can do stuff like that. And then with the cabbage, what we can do, something new I've never tried. I'm gonna try this and see how it works out. I like to mix and match my recipes that I work on. So I'm gonna add a little bit of honey, and it's gonna be like a tablespoon of honey or teaspoon. It'll be very, very little amount. And then we'll add garlic, ginger, and then oregano to it to see how it tastes. But I don't know. Both my arms actually are like in fucking pain. Like we're probably like a 3 or like a 4 right now. It's turning the pain scale. But hey, it happens. I'm also admitting that it was like completely my fault, and the police like were very nice to me, right? They didn't even give me like a write up, which is not always a ticket. It can be. They gave me like this verbal warning, and because I've never had any instance in my life, they looked at my record, figured out who it was. Now I'm in the police data system. Might have been before, don't recall, but they were able to find me. But yeah. I don't even think I have butter. Damn, bro. That's something. I need my mom to get her sushi. It's gonna go bad if she doesn't. Alright. I don't have butter. So we're going to use oil. And I'm going to speed this up a bit. I'm not going to use honey. I take it back. No honey for the cabbage. I think honey would just be too much. Honey goes well with tomatoes, though. I will say honey goes really well with tomatoes. Highly recommend doing honey and tomatoes. Especially for cooking. I think eating honey and tomatoes raw, I don't think it pairs well. Garlic. I always like to flavor my cabbage because I think flavoring adds more punch. Hi! Aaron! Hello! So we're gonna get to cutting the cabbage up. And yeah. Now if I really wanted to add a twist, I could cook down the pineapple. There's some things I'm like hesitant on doing, right? Like cooking fruits down a bit. Some things work, some things don't. To have a bad feeling that would not work. So I'm gonna go into cutting this. The pan will heat up. I gotta be careful about my hand movement because it's not as, cause like I have this little boo-boo in my hand and it hurts. But whatever. I'm making a sauteed. I'm making a peach salad with sauteed cabbage. It's got cheese. I didn't really add too much. It has tomatoes and has peaches and it's cabbage and dill. So it's not overly complicated salad to do. I did it simple, and I'm not, I'm doing it my version. I'm sure there are other peach salads that work well, but I'm gonna do my variant. So. But I'm gonna upload a video for you guys tomorrow. I need to slow down the content a bit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I also need to slow down on drinking alcohol, cause I have this friend, right? This guy I hang out with. And it's just too much alcohol at times. Too much. I actually still end up drinking. If we're like counting the amount of alcohol total, it's like maybe like still like 3 8 ounce I drink in the week, which is very little. Because when I work, I don't drink any. When I'm off work, it's a hit and miss, and so I try to balance all that so I can still look good. Because alcohol and beer has wheat and certain cellulose in there that causes you to actually gain fat or a beer belly. And beer bellies are actually really, really difficult to get rid of, harder than just overall muscle. You actually have to work a bit harder on those because those are like certain areas that are controlled areas. And so, but I still look good, I'm not complaining. And so, beautiful. Alright, this is starting to sizzle. I need my cabbage. And then we might add a little bit of tomato to add the different flavor to it. Haven't decided, maybe. No, not tomato. Let's just do straight up. Just do a regular. Not go too wild with this. I need to buy more butter. I do. And so I have this on 6 right now. Just to quicken up the process. Not that we need to quicken this up, but Honeycrisp apples could go well with this too. Again, you want something sweet. You don't want Golden Delicious. You don't want those, red apples. I don't like those red apples that have little butt on the end. Those are disgusting to me. I don't. Those will never be a sour apples. You can do Fuji apples. Fuji's pretty good. Now, if we wanted to char the top of this and not even bother sauteing, I could put this in the oven for about 450 degrees, leave it in there for about 15 minutes, and the top will be charred. But I want this to be just seared and sauteed. So, some meat. I actually had meat yesterday. I had steak yesterday. I need to make another steak thing for you guys. Maybe a egg steak just with um, like potatoes, because we have potatoes here that we got, and then so I could use like a steak potato dish, steak egg potato dish. I may do that. I'm gonna do that on Wednesday when I get off. What's that on Wednesday? So yeah, this is cooking way faster, but do a cabbage noodle dish. I've never done that before. Oh. Yeah. Send. Alright. Might have gone overboard on this, but whatever. All I'm looking for is a nice seasoning. So, as you guys know, cabbage shows up quite a bit. Yeah, it's nice. I can send messages, reply to it, and get stuff done. And I got this specifically for my work, because taking the phone out takes much longer than just like glancing at a watch. And so I got it for being more productive at my job. And when I'm live streaming, I can respond and not have it interrupt as much. Because I hate when I get interrupted actually in live streams and at my job. It's quite annoying, but fine. I'm hoping this arm pain goes away within the next 6 hours. There's a Ukraine dish I can do for you guys actually with the tomatoes, chicken, and cabbage. And yeah, should do that one day. One of these days. There's a lot of dishes that I just have not done for you guys. There's a lot. Primarily because a lot of those dishes are easier to do when I'm not doing a live stream, right? They're just much easier to do. You can focus on the actual recipe, actual like content behind it. And yeah. So I'm cooling the cabbage down. Now with goat cheese, you don't actually need to cool down the cabbage because it actually will melt into it and it tastes really creamy and yummy. Mix that with the dressing and you get a super creamy dressing normal. But with feta cheese, I hate the taste. Like heating that up with feta is disgusting. And yeah, don't cook feta. You can cook goat cheese down, but feta is one of those cheeses I wouldn't recommend. It was going pink on top and you just turned it off like it was real life under your oh my god. Make fire. Well, this is an electric induction stove, so not induction. But whatever, you know what I mean. And yeah. My legs hurt. My arm hurts. My back actually doesn't hurt at all. Um it fails to disappoint me to correct it. It's all good. This is all good. It's all good. I've been streaming for 40 minutes. Good grief. hoping the scooter comes today because like I really want to ride it and test it. I'm never gonna go 50 miles on an electric scooter. I think that's a terrible idea. Um, I'm also not comfortable going at that speed. My comfort level is like 35 miles an hour, but at that speed, it, you know, and then like my normal speed is like 28 is what I'm normal to. I haven't actually like fallen off. Um, Now when it's raining, I go like 8 miles an hour. I do my scooter on eco mode because I've slipped and fallen. And this scooter I have now is is the smaller version of the GT3 Pro. So it's one level down below that. And this is the big brother that goes 50 miles an hour, which is no. The other one is GT3, which has 31. This is the low version of that, and yeah. But the tires on that one are about 11 inches, and then these tires are 9 inches, I think. So, but it's got new features, nicer features. But now I also need to work on paying it off, my credit card debt, because I'm in debt. But it happens. My if my desktop computer didn't break, I would not been 5.5K debt right now. My desktop computer broke a few weeks ago because of lightning. That won't be happening now because I have a backup power bank. Um, and I've been doing some tests on it, my computer system, and it's actually really, really nice. It's all good. It happens. I could care less. It's actually a really nice system, and I was like testing the performance on the 4K footage I was rendering because it's a raw 4K from the actual like camera itself, which is much harder to push than let's say if you were recording on phone files. Phone files are much smaller because there are less bit rates; they don't consume as much. Versus when you're recording on an actual like DJI or Insta360 camera, or those much harder to drive. And I ended up hitting like for my like long term recording the one file that was like 4 minutes and 30 some seconds. I ended up hitting like 78 FPS, which is fucking wild to even fathom that for long term rendering. And it rendered in like 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Crazy. And yeah, the improvement was substantial. Now, I got the motherboard that allows me to improve my CPU to AMD 6th gen, and it looks like AMD is gonna be leaving it up till 2029, what would be the 8th gen CPU, which is wild, because 6th gen is on par with what AMD released when their first gen Ryzen came out and beat Intel by like it wasn't even close. The performance was like 60 some percent compared to Intel. It was crazy, and Intel is not doing that maneuver again because Intel got with what AMD is doing, and Intel is one upping AMD. Oh, the problem is, as you guys know, I don't know if you know this or not, with tech, also thank you for the likes, appreciate it, and the hearts. With Intel, they're pushing on the more power hungry side, and that's really bad because that means fan companies have to make better fans. The CPU fan cooler I have right now, it's really nice. I'm hitting temperatures as low as averaging like 45 max power, which is crazy to think that was possible. But yeah, AMD and Intel are Intel is not making the same mistake they did in 2017 when AMD came out with their CPU processors. And Intel and AMD are now battling again to see who's ahead. Alright, ready to follow me? Yep, follow me. Yeah! I think it when it follows me. I'm like sad, right? I can't do my push-ups. I can't. I can't. Physically can't do it. Or at least like 48 more hours. I want this arm to fully heal. I want this arm to fully heal, and I'm okay with my leg exertion part. But until my arms heal, I can't do any that strenuous activity that's lifting over 100 some pounds of my weight. That'd be bad. I'm actually drinking this really really good drink. It's from Choban. Choban? Yep, Choban. Choban. And like it's cookies and cream, and it was for their NFL draft thingy or USA sports thing, and they kept it apparently. So good. One of my absolute favorites. 170 calories, 11 grams of sugar, 20 grams protein, 3 grams of fat, saturated 2 grams. So on the healthier side. Bit high in the calories per like ounce that you get, but protein wise, it's actually also really high for the ounce that you get. Just because I'm not doing my push-ups does not mean I can't still stay physically healthy and eat right. And because while workout is important, you guys also have to realize what you eat is also very important. And I keep telling my friend that like you cut down fast food, maybe eat fast food like once or twice a week, right? Once or twice a week. Eat sugar, maybe hit your sugar like cut it down to 100 grams a day. That's doable. 100% doable. Um, and because I used to do like what 150, 200 grams of sugar daily, and that's too much. And I average now is like 50 to 75 grams of sugar intake, which is on the healthy side. I've never seen something like that here in Croatia. Yeah, I'm buying drinks. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, it's a yogurt drink. And Croatia will have different drinks compared to the United States. There's embargoes, there's different policies in different countries, so that would be why. And so, but yeah, there's stuff that you can do that you don't necessarily have to work out to keep up with your muscle tone and how you look. Um, Reduce your sugar intake, eat more of cooked foods that you make yourself because you know the ingredients that you're putting into. Avoid microwave foods because they have a shit ton of sodium. Um, and it's eat chicken, eat steak. Don't fry food. The big purple toaster. Hello. So there are some basic stuff that if you get into it, you'll realistically probably never like it'll be hard for you to gain weight. Uh, and so it's one of those things that keep a mindset in what you eat because that has more of an impact than when you how much you work out, and you'll you'll do pretty well. So I'm gonna mute this, and because I can still get on my phone and turn off right now. All right, and so yeah, that's my tip. Um, yeah, eat right. I'm trying to get my friend to do that, but that's like really she's having a hard time getting to that point. Reduce your alcohol intake. Avoid beers. You can actually drink wine and seltzer drinks. Those are fine. Those are actually technically healthier than beers because beers have wheat, and those don't do well with your kid. Like the reason it's called beer belly is because you drink beers a lot, and beer belly is hard as hell to get rid of. Like I said, beer belly is the lower part of your abdomen. That I have a beer belly, right? Right, stand up. You guys see? You guys will see. I have a very small beer belly, but it's there. But that's easy to fix. Once you get to the point where it's like uploaded, yeah, time to start cutting down on sugar and beer. Wheat and starchy foods are really bad for your body in general. So, and that's why I don't eat a lot of pasta food or pizza, because the dough is not good for you. It's like basic stuff that people need to learn if they're gonna maintain a clean, healthy lifestyle. This is like stuff that you'd hear at doctors. If you want to be healthy, eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, steak, chicken, you know, stuff that has protein, stuff that actually digests for your body good. If you want sugar, eat again apples, stuff that's natural sugar stuff. So do that, and it works. I'm gonna get the salad out, or the cabbage. Yeah, cabbage in the bowl. Cabbage done. Good salad. Good morning. Okay, we can go eat salad. And so one of the things that I've learned, like I had this calorie tracker thing, right? I do. I used to use a calorie tracker, and I did it for like 6 months, just because I was curious. And one of the things I learned is when you eat salads, it's damn near impossible, right, to hit like 1,000 calories on salads. If you're just eating, putting when I'm eating, you're not gonna hit 1,000 calories. And the only way that you are is if you start taking a whole bunch of dressing. Let's say you take 4 fluid ounces of ranch. That right there is about 500 calories. It's crazy. So when I do dressing, I usually like to do like about like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons dressing, and that's like my 230 calories. So you're taking more calories in through dressings than you need to, and so be cautious with how much dressings you put in, because that has a massive impact in your overall caloric intake. So that's all I usually put in. What's that about? It doesn't seem a lot, but you also don't want to like, overdo it. Interesting. Oh. Really yummy though. It works well. But the dressing, I think balsamic would have done better for the dressing itself. But that's just me being nitpicky about some stuff. Wolves! Hi! Bark! So yeah. You'd be surprised how much calories you get from dressings. What's the point of that? Okay, that's so weird. Um. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rivervet Everest. Appreciate it. Ooh, that way. Yeah, go that way. I'm just eating my salad I made. I called it a peach salad. A peach salad, bro. Had a whole bunch of peaches. Hi, the soul. Hi, soul. I was gonna wear my fur suit a bit, but I want my body to recover a bit. If you guys want to share this live, go for it. The more people know about it, the better. What is everyone doing today? Oh, I need to get a new fork. I don't like this fork. It's too weird. Gum! Hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gum boy, you. I'm gonna call you Gum boy. That seems fitting. Gumbo. And gums are bouncy. Have you ever bounced a piece of gum? Wait. What? Hot! I gotta find a ball. Okay. I'm back. A ball. Green ball. This is gonna be you. Bounce. Ah! So bouncy, right? I like it. Oh yeah. It rolled. Rolled all the way over there. Is anyone doing anything good? Anything fun today? Anything exciting? Anything adventuresome? Going out, walking, running, going into parks, um, vacations. Isn't like summer school like school about to start in like a few weeks? Oh, nice, 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 nice. Enjoy the beach, by the way. Hopefully the weather's nice and warm. Should be a summer. So, oh, that's okay. Hey, nothing wrong with chilling. Absolutely nothing wrong with chilling. I'm doing pretty good. A little bit sore, but doing pretty well. If you missed my beginning of my stream where I talked about me being hit by a car, that's what I was talking about for like 20 minutes. That's why I'm sore, because I got squished by a car. But yeah, and then I changed. What else? I have some video projects I have got in the works. I got one short that I can upload. Is it one or two? And one video that I can upload. Thank you, I appreciate it. Doing pretty well considering I got flown in there. I'm excited to try my new scooter out today. Hopefully I'll get a chance. Um, I and I want to do a short. There's this TikTok video that I found with a cute song that I saved. Right, it's from TikTok, and I want to use it as my short and reenact it and be like about the ears, floppy floppy ears, that floppy ear song, bro. So stay tuned for that. Sometime this week, that short will come out about floppy floppy ears. Cause you know, like he has floppy ears, and floppy ears are good. And then there's a song about a tail, chasing your tail around that I've got. Cause I have a tail too in my suit, but like I can't chase it because like I can't see it. But like if I break my neck and I look with my broken neck, then I can chase my tail and get my desires by looking at the tail that I can finally see. So those are the projects that I want to do. And then I want to work on. I'm actually kind of like disappointed, and it might just be the thumbnail itself because thumbnails, when it comes to YouTube pushing content, thumbnails make the biggest difference. And I think I did wrong on the thumbnail on my shoot, so that's why my things didn't work as well. My 76 word series. I want to do episode 6 for next month because I did one for before August 6th for this month, so I want to do episode 6. Get that going. My other big project will be also regarding to my full suit process, and there's some pictures I have not shown you guys ever in my YouTube channel life. You guys have not seen any of these. I want to make a post about that. um I want to fix some of my shorts that I did with my first shoot, so you guys didn't see some of those images properly because they just got messed up. And then I want to do a new series in January, which I don't know what I'm gonna do, but when that time comes, I figure out a new series I can do for a year. Kind of like my 76 furry words. I've been doing that series for not quite a year, but I've been doing it for quite a while. And that's one of my more popular series. And then I have some other projects still in the back of the list. One of them is to bury a doggy bone. I have a doggy bone this week. Not my purple one. Never buried that one. But this blue yellow one that I got. And I want to do like a video on that. Because I haven't done a skit also in like a hot minute. And like, I need to get back to doing skits. That's what I need to do. Skits. But that won't be this week. This week will just be some videos I've done already. And then I found some old very very old vegan teacher videos from like 2022, like 2022, 2023. And I have this old TikTok account, right? Very old TikTok account, my first channel. And I downloaded some of them, right? And I'm gonna rework them into convert them into my own personality, my own character, and really saying exactly everything I said with my first two. Because I can do that. Because I'm that good. So those are just some ideas I have to work on my project. That are gonna take time.
And then I'll probably never catch up on my live stream edits. I've given up on that hope, but I'm doing it anyway. There's content, and yeah. Yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I got some new Ukrainian music that been listening to, and like, there's this one Ukrainian music that I had downloaded, thought I downloaded, but I didn't. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, boy. And I didn't download the music. I thought like I downloaded it because it's one of my favorite artists. Um, and I was like, damn, bro, how did I not? Sorry, I finally downloaded it. I've been listening on nonstop for a while. And so yeah. And then yesterday, my friend sent me a nice video. It was a Family Guy episode of like the Good Morning thing that they were doing together. Peter, Joe, um, the other dude. Oh, it's so good, Soul. So good. And what's his name? What's the guy? Cleveland. It's that fucking Cleveland. Peter, Joe, Cleveland. We're doing a duet on the Good Morning thing song. And my friend sent it to me. I was like, oh, that helped. Yeah. And then I told him like 30 minutes later that I just got hit by a car. He's like, oh no! And clearly I'm okay. So, but I was like, the Pikachu that you sent me for my birthday is fine. Ironically, I'm surprised nothing got damaged. I mean, nothing. My earbuds turned out safe. It's like someone was like, I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, because that whole car thing could have ended much worse, but it didn't. Um, what else? I want to get more coffee after this. Actually, I went out yesterday with my friend. We got coffee. That was good. Dunkin' Donuts has this new coffee thing. Not the Dunkin' Donuts here, but the one that's actually called Dunkin' Donuts. Not the Dunkin' Donuts. Stupid ass. I think if they rebranded it and named it Dunkin' Donuts, fine. And they have this really delicious, yummy coffee thing. Really, really delicious. And it's one of my favorites. But it's only limited edition. And I'm like, God damn it! Um, we're working on. My mom is retiring in this month, August 26th, 27th, I think. But she's retiring on paid leave, paid time off because she's got so many hours, and she'll be officially done. Just trying to stream. Notifications keep popping up. I keep muting everyone. Fine, I'll go later. And we gotta get everything settled before January 2nd, and so we're working on that. We got our house almost fully fixed. I want to close the pool down this week, and then next week I want to work on the water heater, and then the week after that we'll work on my friend's room upstairs, and so that's kind of the plan. And I'm doing it in stages because of how the billing cycle works with the credit cards and the payments. Um, and so, yeah, yippee, boring stuff. But yeah, I'll probably do like when my scooter comes. I'll probably if I get it like later today, I'll probably end up doing a live stream of like a twink. putting this scooter together, something like that. I don't know. My most expensive scooter was like $1,800, and then this is like 2,600. So this topped it in that price, but it's got the same features as my current one, but newer model and better traction and better controls and faster and way more distance. I think this can go like 80 miles before. Um, I don't plan on going 50 like I said. I think that's stupid. Um, and like the only places you do like 50 on those things are like straightaways anyway. Not straight. Mm-mm. So that's it. I'm ending this live. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to my little cute talks. Thank you for enjoying everything I've done. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, y'all. Bork.